At a town hall organized by CNN earlier this week, Senator Kamala Harris of California said that if she's elected president in 2020, she will give Congress 100 days to do what she thinks is necessary and wise on gun control, or she will do it herself. That is, if Congress doesn't act, she will take the actions she thinks it should have taken from the presidency. In other words, Kamala Harris is promising that if elected, she will be a tyrant. When we think of the word tyrant now, we're often brought to mind of a comic book villain or the worst murderers of the 20th century. But the founders also believed that tyranny was the domination of one branch of government over another. And that is what Harris is promising. It doesn't matter what the topic is, guns, taxes, immigration, what you will. It is simply not within the power of the presidency to override Congress. Now, Harris is not unique here. This isn't a Republican thing. It's not a Democrat thing. Barack Obama famously took executive action on immigration because he said that Congress had failed in its duty to do so. Donald Trump has made similar warnings and threats over the wall, even using the national emergency language that Harris used at the town hall. That is not how any of this works, and Americans from both sides of the aisle should push back hard. Congress's powers are fixed, so are the president's. All legislative powers are invested in Congress. That's true on day one of a presidency, it's true on day 100 of a presidency, it's true on the last day of a presidency. Congress makes the law, the executive doesn't. There is no veto in there from the presidential side. There's no if Congress doesn't act, I will clause. There's no if Congress is feckless clause. It is true that Congress at times can be supine, that legislators can be weak, that they don't want to take hard votes. But when Congress does nothing, nothing happens. When Congress leaves the status quo in place, the status quo is left in place. Again, it doesn't matter what the topic is, whether it's taxes, immigration, guns, what you will. This is the basic feature of our constitutional order. Americans, in my view, should have taken Kamala Harris at her word, booed her off the stage, decided she was no longer a viable presidential candidate, and deselected her next time she tried to run in California. It seems unlikely, unfortunately, that that will happen. It did not happen to President Obama. It has not happened to President Trump, which means that this is, as much as anything, a demand-side problem as much as a supply-side problem. It's not just that we've got unlucky with the people who have become president and the people who want to become president. It is that there is a yearning out there for a strong man. If Americans want a king, they'll get one.